Hello, my name is Trish Agel Roberts, and welcome to my wellness and transformation vlog, Thoughts on Everything. Today's episode is called Hateration and Inspiration, and I'm going to start using subtitles now. So, the subtitle is How Do I Get Rid of Jealousy? And this started from, let me see, so somebody that I worked with a few years back had mentioned to me once that every time he went on vacation and posted pictures on Facebook, people would come back to him like mad at him for traveling, kind of like, oh, look at you, you're never working, you're always traveling, must be good living. So he kind of wanted to stop posting because he was getting this backlash about his posts. Of course, he asked me if I got backlash about my posts. And I told him that I'm a huge Facebook unfriender. Like, if you come at me with that negative energy, I just like, it just doesn't fly in my little happy Facebook world. But so I heard that conversation from him. And then I posted, oh gosh, I posted my WBLS interview, and another friend of mine saw it, and he was like, he admitted to me that he got a little salty because he felt like, I'm living the life that I want to live. I'm doing the work that I want to do, and it was bringing to his attention that he's really not doing the work that he wants to do right now. But he said to me that he was feeling a little hateration and that he turned it into inspiration. So it kind of ended up becoming this title for today's vlog. So we had a conversation about that. So I was thinking about when, my daughter was younger and, I would go on Facebook and see people traveling, my single friends and stuff traveling all over the world. They would be like in South Africa and Peru and whatever. And I could barely make it to Florida because my money was so tight. And I would feel that twinge too, but ultimately I would, check myself and just wish them well. It wasn't my time then. I figured hopefully at some point in the future, it would be my time. So when I was coming up on my 50th birthday, I decided that I wanted to go to Europe. I had always wanted to go to Paris and I always wanted to go to Venice. So I planned this trip. My coins were still a little shady, but I made it happen. I got a good deal. I planned the trip, had a great time. And actually heard that from another friend when I came back. And it's funny that these are all my guy friends now that I think about it. Because I think it's normal for us to all feel, maybe it's only my guy friends who express it to me. Because another one of my guy friends was like, he saw my pictures in Europe and he was kind of like, I want to go to Europe. So I was just thinking about that, how we have that twinge. It's normal to have that twinge of jealousy, but then it's a matter of, well, what do you do with it? And it made me think of the Netflix documentary Time, the Khalif Browder story, which is amazing. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it. It is inspiring and heartbreaking at the same time. But there's a point in the film, and it's about this young man who was imprisoned for a petty crime that he did not commit, and spent almost 2 years in solitary confinement. But there's a part in the story where he says that he saw, I guess, photos, of people traveling to Egypt, and he would have really liked to go to Egypt, but he knew he never would. And it's devastating that he was not able to overcome his trauma. But what struck me was, of course he could go to Egypt, There was no reason that he would never be able to go to Egypt. And that hopelessness kind of felt to me the same as the hopelessness of jealousy. Jealousy tells us that someone else has something that we should have or that we could never have. Like there's almost like a internalized anger about it, a desperation or hopelessness. So that just struck me as well. But what I wanted to share with you guys today is what to do with jealousy so that you do not become hopeless and desperate and miserable and, not fun to be around. So I have a few tips. And the first one is, like most things, acknowledge that it's not good, right? My mother used to have this thing where she would say, well, put that in your pipe and smoke it. So jealousy is useless. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. It's not doing you any good. So once you first accept the fact that it's not doing you any good, then you can do something about it. Um, the next thing is know that it's natural, right? So when you feel that twinge, acknowledge it. You don't have to pretend it's not happening, but acknowledge it. Be like, okay, yeah, I see you, green-eyed monster, jealousy, whatever, and then just ignore it. It's okay. You could acknowledge it and ignore it. You don't have to ride the train with it. So that's really the second big thing. And then the biggest single thing that you can do, I believe, is wish other people well. Because when good things happen to you, you don't want people hating on you either. You want them to wish you well. And we always want to kind of give the energy to other people that we want to receive. So suck it up, buttercup. And when other people are experiencing great things, wish them well. And also use it as an opportunity to learn. You know, like when I saw other people traveling, I might have been like, I want to travel too. But at the same time, I was also like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. You know, do you have a travel agent? Where did you go? You know, mentally filing things in my head so that when my time came, I would have some resources. So yeah, definitely wish people well. You can never go wrong with that strategy. And finally, keep an attitude of gratitude and love. So you may not be on a cruise to Bali or wherever, but if you are eating well, you got a roof over your head, you're mentally well, you're feeling pretty good, maybe you got a couple of coins, a job, be grateful. Be grateful. Because man, not everybody woke up this morning and things could always turn in a negative direction, right? We all know we have limited time here, so be grateful for the time that you have. And that's it. Live with that love and gratitude. You know, there's always going to be people with bigger houses, fancier cars, flashier vacations. Just wish them all well and turn that hateration into inspiration. You can turn it into something really beautiful. You know, do the work, and when it's time for something to come your way, you'll be ready with a beautiful heart of gold, you know? I wish you all freedom, alignment, and effortless abundance. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Be well.